बोले वृंदावन बिहारी लाल की जय, वो राधा रानी की जय, श्रीमद सद्गुरु सरकार की जय, बोले सरस्वती माता की जय। Devotees, so close eyes, clasp hands together. Try to sit up straight. Focus your mind on Bhagwan Shri Krishna. As we're about to begin this Bhagavat Saptah, this wonderful week of Bhagavat, Shrimad Bhagavat Mahapuran Katha, that we should all benefit from this, including myself. The teachings of Shrimad Bhagavat Mahapuran होते शब्द से परे है, अनिर्वचनीय, cannot be put into words, is beyond all words, as Bhagavat is beyond our material senses, mind and intellect. Bhagavat तो साक्षात भगवान श्री कृष्ण है और साक्षात भक्ति, ज्ञान और वैराग्य. Bhagavat Mahapuran is Bhagwan Shri Krishna personified. It is bhakti, divine love personified. It is vairagya, detachment personified. It is gyan, true knowledge personified. Let's meditate on Bhagwan Shri Radha Krishna and Guru, seeking their blessing as we're about to begin Bhagavat. अज्ञान तिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः. We all start for Arti Bhagwan Shri Radha Krishna. We do Arti of Bhagwan Shri Radha Krishna as we begin Bhagavat. बोल लाडली लाल की जय, आरती प्रीतम प्यारी की बनवारी नथवारी की, आरती प्रीतम प्यारी की बनवारी नथवारी की, धून सिर कनक मुकुट झलके, धून श्रुति कुंडल भल हलके, धून दृग प्रेम सुधा छलके, चसीले बैन रसीले नैन गसीले सैन, धून मैनन मनहारी की बनवारी नथवारी, आरती प्रीतम प्यारी की बनवारी नथवारी, धूनी दृग चितवनी परवारी, धूनी लट लट कनी छवि न्यारी, धूनी भाव मट कनी अति प्यारी, रसन मुख पान हसन मुस्कान, दशन दम कान, धूनी बेसर छवि न्यारी की बनवारी नथवारी, आरती प्रीतम प्यारी की बनवारी नथवारी. Devotees, anyone wants to come and do Arti of Bhagwan Shri Radha Krishna? It's the most wonderful opportunity in today's such an auspicious day, Basant Panchami, Saraswati Puja. एक उर पीतांबर पहरे, एक उर नीलांबर, धून उर लर मोतिन छहरे, कंकनन खनक कीकनी झनक, नुपुर न भनक, धून रुन झुन धुनी प्यारी की बनवारी नथवारी आरती प्रीतम प्यारी की बनवारी नथवारी एक सिर मोर मुकुट राजे एक सिर चूनरी छवि छाजे दून सिर तिरछे भल भ्राजे संग ब्रज बाल लाडली लाल बाह गलदाल कृपाल दून दृगचारी की बनवारी नथवारी आरती प्रीतम प्यारी की बनवारी नथवारी आरती प्रीतम प्यारी की बनवारी नथवारी. Let's all close eyes, clasp hands together, bow our heads. Meditate on Bhagwan Shri Radha Krishna and Guru. Prathamam Sadgurum Vande Shri Krishnam Tadanantaram Guru Papatmanam Trata Shri Krishnastvamalatmana Kasturi tilakam lalat patale Vakshasthale kaustubham Nasagre varamautikam Karatale Venuh kare kankanam Sarvange harichandanam Sulalitam Kanthe Chamuktavali Gopastri Pariveshtito Vijayate Gopal Churamani Braje Vasantam Navanit Chauram Gopangananam Chadukul Chauram Anek Janmar Jit Pap Chauram Chauragraganyam Purusham Namah Ya Kundend Tusharhar Dhavala Ya Shubhra Vastravrita Ya Veena Varadanda Mandit Kara Ya Shvet Padmasana Ya Brahma Chuta Shankara Prabhitivir Devai Sada Vandita Sama Patu Saraswati Bhagavati Nisheshaja Dhyapaha Namah Kamalna Bhaya Namah Kamal Maline Namah Kamal Pada Namaste Kamalekshana Yo Brahmanam Vidadhati Purvam Yo Vedanscha Prahinoti Tasmai तग्वं हदेवमात्म बुद्धि प्रकाशम मुमुक्षुर्वै शरणमहं प्रपद्ये। बोले वृंदावन बिहारी लाल की जय, राधा रानी की जय, श्रीमद् भागवत महापुराण की जय, सरस्वती मैया की जय, श्रीमद् सद्गुरु सरकार की जय। जय जय श्री राधे, जय जय श्री राधे, जय जय श्री राधे। Devotees, kindly have your seats, everyone. Please have your seats, everyone. Before we go any further, let's join in the Ramayana in Bhagavad Sumiran. रिद्धि सिद्धि दाता सिद्धि सदन वारन बदना, सुमिरो बारंबार मदन कदन के लाल, गणपति कृपा निधान, ज्ञान खानी आनंद भवन, देहु मोहि वरदान, बरनो भाषा भागवत, जय शिव आनंद कंद, भूतनाथ भव भय हरन, भक्ति विषय निर्द्वंद, गौर बरन मंगल करन, हे ब्रज चंद मुकुंद, ब्रजभूषण दूषण हरन, काटहु भव भय फंद, चरण शरण ली आन कर, जय 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 जगदीश, सेवत शेष महेश अज, महिमा अमित अभेद, वेद भेद जानत ने, देहु मोहि वरदान, राधा वर यह वर सदा, प्रेम भरी मुस्कान, निज चित्त में खट काट रहे, मोहि चाहिए कछु नाही, और वस्तु प्रभु जात की, बसी रहे मन माही, यह बाकी झाकी सदा, लिए लकुटिया गायन के पीछे फिरत, ग्वाल बाल लिए साथ, मोर मुकुट शीर पर धर, कर मुरली उर्मान, शीश मुकुट कटी पीत पट, याछ विसो नंदलाल, बसहु हृदय मम निशि दिवस, गुरुपद रज धर शीश, गुरुपद रज धर शीश, कहूँ भागवत की कथा, जो शुकदेव मुनीश कवि, परीक्षित निप अति शोभये। निगम कल्पतरो गलितं फलम्, शुकमुखादमृतद् द्रवसंयुतम्, पिबत भागवतं रसमालयम्, मुहुरहु रसिका भुवि भावुका। बोले श्रीमद् भागवत महापुराण की जय। बोले वृंदावन बिहारी लाल की जय। राधा रानी की जय। आदरणीय वंदनीय विप्र मंडली, ब्राह्मणगण, प्रिय सज्जनों, प्रिय भक्त समुदाय, महानुभाव, most worshipful pundits, dearest devotees of the Supreme Lord, the Divine Souls. First, let me say Radhe Radhe to each and everyone, and my pranam, my humblest prostrations to all of you. Also to our viewers and listeners on social media, etc., radio, television, Facebook, YouTube, Bhakti TV, and some radio stations also. Can't remember the name right now. Sorry about that, but I'll give the name later on. I want to say special Radhe Radhe to all of you also, and pranam, my humblest prostrations. Tonight we had, as you heard at the introduction, the Warrenville Shiv Mandir in Cunupia, Trinidad and Tobago. It's a very wonderful mandir. The great pleasure of meeting this wonderful devotee, Anurupa Bhaiya and Devi ji. Also Dr. Chatu, I think. I'm sure many devotees I'll get to know as we go along. We start tonight 7 nights of Shrimad Bhagavat Mahapuran Katha. This Bhagavat, today is such an auspicious day. We know it as Basant Panchami, Saraswati Puja, Saraswati Jayanti, many names. Today, the goddess Saraswati is worshipped for knowledge. Today signifies also the beginning of spring. A long winter has gone. Well, we don't know winter in Trinidad, but in other countries, America, etc., India, it's been a long and cold winter. Snow, etc. Many plants, etc., have gone to sleep, died. So it's a blossoming once more. Flowers are blooming. There's a flower, it's a plant known as saraso. Saraso in Hindi, we know is a mustard, I think in English, mustard seed. The mustard flower is blooming all over in India, and it's yellow in color. So the spring, this yellow signifies spring. And many people would wear yellow today. Basant also, Basanti. Bhagwan Krishna wears yellow clothes, garments all the time. So yellow is very dear to Sri Krishna. One of the reasons being that Radha Rani's complexion is golden, yellow. And Radha Rani loves Sri Krishna so much. And Sri Krishna loves Radha Rani. Who is Radha Rani? Not the wife of Sri Krishna, not the consort, not the girlfriend. And who is Radha Rani? The Vedas, the highest authority, tells us, Atma tu Radhika tasya. Radha Rani is the Atma, the soul of Sri Krishna. And the dearest thing to anyone, even to us in this world, is our soul, the Atma, ourself. And since Radha Rani is the soul of Sri Krishna, she is the dearest thing to Sri Krishna. Bhagavan Krishna himself says, Radhaiva radhyate maya Brahmanda Puran. I worship only Radha. I love only Radha. To describe who is Radha, the Shakti called Radha, the Vedas says, Krishnena aradhyate iti Radha. Rig Vedi Radhika Upanishad. That supreme Brahma, supreme power Shri Krishna, whom Brahma, Vishnu, Shiv, Durga, Lakshmi, Saraswati, everyone worship, he worships someone also. Who is that? He worships Radha Rani. And a secret, the same Saraswati today we are worshipping everywhere. She is the manifestation of Radha Rani herself. That's why today to think about Radha Rani is so special. And this is very fortunate. Sati ji decided to start her Bhagavat Saptah on this day, this auspicious day. It's such a auspicious day. So Shri Krishna, the yellow color personifies love, prem. Radha Rani is gold and she is prem personified, divine love personified. The highest power of Shri Krishna is called Swarupa Shakti. The highest power. Antaranga Shakti, Swarupa Shakti. This Swarupa Shakti has three categories, divided into three categories. Hladini, Sandhini, Sambit. Hladata, Pakari, Mishra, Tvaino, Guna, Varjite. Hladini, Sandhini, Tvaye Ka. Hladini, Sarva Sanshaye. Hladata, Pakari, Mishra. Vishnu Puran. Three powers, Hladini Shakti, Sandhini Shakti, Samvit Shakti. Out of these three, the Hladini Shakti, which is known as the bliss potency, is the highest aspect of the Swarup Shakti of Shri Krishna. Furthermore, Hladini Shara Anshutar Premanam. The highest point of this Hladini Shakti, bliss potency of Shri Krishna, is known as Prem, divine love. Divine love, Prem. And the highest point of this Prem, divine love, is called Mahabhav or Radha. This is why Radha Rani is also called Hladini Shakti of Shri Krishna. This is why even Shri Krishna prays to Radha Rani to experience that bliss of Hladini Shakti. No other soul can enjoy that. Anyhow, so this day is so important and so blessed. This Bhagavat also, the most important scripture in Sanatan Dharma is Shrimad Bhagavat Mahapuran. Why? People may say, what are you saying? Ved is most important. The highest authority are Vedas. In Sanatan Dharma, in all scripture, the highest authority are the Vedas. Why? Vedas are the words of Bhagavan himself. Nihaswasitamasya Vedaha. It is the breath of Bhagavan, his breath itself. Swas. Jaki sahaj shwas shruti chari. So there are four Vedas: Rig Ved, Yajur Ved, Sam Ved, Atharva Ved. But just as Bhagavan is divine, Ved is also divine. So no one can understand Ved. Divine, Divya, Apaurusheya. So Vidya Vyasji Maharaj, who is a descension of Sri Krishna, Aveshavatar, partial manifestation, he wrote Shrimad Bhagavat Mahapuran. This Bhagavat Mahapuran is translation of Vedas. And that's why this Bhagavat is so, that's why when we sing the Arati, we say Pancham Ved. Bhagavat is called Pancham Ved, the fifth Ved. There are four: Rig Ved, Yajur Ved, Sam Ved, Atharva Ved. But the saints and sages, they call Bhagavat Mahapuran Pancham Ved, the fifth Ved. There's a fifth Ved. Reason being because Bhagavat Mahapuran is explanation of Vedas. So that's why this Bhagavat is so important. Tonight, we're going to begin reading Bhagavat Pancham Skand. So you see, again, today is Panchami, right? Basant Panchami. Fifth day. Panchami means fifth. And the Katha today is Pancham Skand, fifth canto. The fifth chapter, of the first canto. There are two canto. Bhagavat. So, two books. But Bhagavat has 12 cantos. Barha canto. 12 books. So today's Katha is from the fifth book, Pancham Skand. And what is this Katha? Before we go into Katha, we'll do bhajan. As today is such a special day, we'll sing a very beautiful bhajan dedicated to Shri Krishna, Bhagwan Shri Krishna. If you have the books, if it's been given to you, you can follow. Page 52 in the books. We may have to share. We may not have one for everyone. So we may have to share. So let's run through this bhajan very quickly. We'll be able to enjoy it more. A gopi, the highest devotee of Shri Krishna is the other gopis. A gopi of Vrindavan अपने अंतरंग सखी से कहती है, she saying to her very intimate and close friend, Mohiliyo mo man madana gopal. That madan gopal, madan means the one who is defeated. Madan means Kamdev, the one who is more beautiful than uncountable Kamdevs combined. So that Madan Gopal, he has stolen my heart. Mohiliyo mo man, he's taken my heart, stolen my heart. कैसे हो गया? How it happened? देखत ही छवि भई भावरी ललित त्रिभंगी लाल. Lalita Tribhangi, this word Tribhangi means bent in three places. Shri Krishna's form is so beautiful, but is bent in three places. It's called Tribhangi Lal. Why? Because he is Prema avatar. Prem is bent. Some other time I'll go in more detail. So Bhagavan is bent in three places: neck, waist, ankle. Gale, Grieve, Pad. Three places is called Tribhangi Lal. Seeing that most beautiful form of that bent, beautiful form of bent in three places, the Tribhangi Lal, the Gopi says, I became crazily in love. Bhai Bhavari, I became crazily in love with him. Kaso kehi bidhi kaha kahu ab sab hasi hai daital. And now who should I tell? I used to think myself very proud, no one can do anything to me. But today I lost my heart, and if I were to go and tell someone, they will just start clapping and laughing at me. Where's all your pride gone? What am I to do? Where should I go? Who should I tell? My friend. People will just laugh at me. That you already have someone and you've lost your heart to someone else. You must be totally crazy. Do naina dhaina kari baithe, maina samajhi chal. He says, and these eyes of mine, they are so deceitful, these eyes of mine. They have tricked me. They have fallen so much that again and again they want to see him. They are shedding tears for him. They want to see him, the Bhangilal Shri Krishna. I can't understand what's wrong with my eyes. I'm such a simple Sakhi, I'm such a simple Gopi, Gawad. I'm a village girl, uncoop, uneducated, but these eyes of mine, they have tricked me. Tona so kachu gai gayo mo pai bhai hal behal. She says, like, this person, Shri Krishna has put a spell on me. Jadu Tona. Somehow he's put a spell on me. He's cast a spell on me, this Jadu, this Tona, that I have become totally crazy. Restless. I can't eat. I can't sleep. Tears are always flowing from my eye. Everyone is saying I'm totally crazy. My in-laws can't understand me. My saas susur can't understand me. My husband, no one can understand me. I'm being so crazy. Tum kripalu nij bhag sarahiye phase na jo yahi jal. In the last line, Kripalu Mahaprabhu, Jagat Gurutam Shri Kripalu Mahaprabhu has written this beautiful bhajan, expressing the feeling of this gopi, says, "Oh Sakti," the other one who's listening, "Oh Sakhi, why you are praising yourself that you have been free from, that you didn't get entangled in this crazy Krishna prem, Krishna love. For now, praise your luck. One day you're going to see him and the same thing will happen to you." So this is the Basant Panchami, this is the Basanti, to get that, for our heart to become rangai, to become colored with that love of Shyam Sundar. मोहि लियो मो मन मदन गोपाल, मोहि लियो मो मन मदन गोपाल, मोहि लियो मो मन मदन गोपाल, मोहि लियो मो मन मदन गोपाल। ओ मोहि लियो मो मन मदन गोपाल, मोहि लियो मो मन मदन गोपाल, मोहि लियो मो मन मदन गोपाल, मोहि लियो मो मन मदन गोपाल। Everybody clap and sing. देखत ही छवि भई बावरी, देखत ही छवि भई भावरी। ओ देखत ही छवि भई भावरी, देखत ही छवि भई भावरी। ओ मोहि लियो ललित त्रिभंगी लाल, मोहि लियो मो मन मदन गोपाल, मोहि लियो ललित त्रिभंगी लाल, मोहि लियो। Today is a very festive occasion in spring. Let's make some शोर मचाइए। मोहि लियो मो मन मदन गोपाल, मोहि लियो मो मन मदन गोपाल, मोहि लियो मो मन मदन गोपाल, मोहि लियो मो मन मदन गोपाल। कासो के ही विधि कहाँ कहूँ अब, कासो के ही विधि कहाँ कहूँ अब, ओ कासो के ही विधि कहाँ कहूँ अब, कासो के ही विधि कहाँ कहूँ। ओ मोहि लियो सब हंसी है जयताल, मोहि लियो मो मन मदन गोपाल, मोहि लियो सब राधे जयताल, मोहि लियो मो मन मदन गोपाल। ओ मोहि लियो मो मन मदन गोपाल, मोहि लियो मो मन मदन गोपाल, मोहि बोलिए मो मन मदन गोपाल, मोहि लियो मो मन मदन गोपाल। दो
नैना धैना करी बैठे,
दो नैना दैना करी बैठे,
ओ दो नैना धैना करी बैठे,
दो नैना दैना करी बैठे,
ओ मोहि लियो मैना समझी चाल, मोहि लियो मो मन मदन गोपाल,
मोहि लियो मैना सब
बोलिए
मोहि लियो मो मन मदन गोपाल,
ओ मोहि लियो मो मन मदन गोपाल, मोहि लियो मो मन मदन गोपाल,
मोहि लियो मो मन मदन गोपाल, मोहि लियो मो मन मदन गोपाल,
तो नासो कछु गए मुँह पे,
तो ना सो कछु कह गयो मोह पे,
ओ तो नासो कछु गए गयो मुँह पे,
तो ना सो कछु कह गयो मोह पे,
ओ मोहि लियो भई हाल बेहाल, मोहि लियो मो मन मदन गोपाल,
मोहि लियो बेहाल बेहाल, मोहि लियो मो मन मदन गोपाल,
ओ मोहि लियो मोहि लियो मो मन मदन गोपाल, मोहि लियो मो मन मदन गोपाल,
मोहि लियो मो मन मदन गोपाल, मोहि लियो मो मन मदन गोपाल,
ओ तुम कृपालु निज भाग सराहिए,
तुम कृपालु निज भाग सराहिए,
ओ तुम कृपालु निज भाग सराहिए,
तुम कृपालु निज भाग सराहिए,
ओ मोहि लियो फसे न जो यही चाल, मोहि लियो मो मन मदन गोपाल,
मोहि लियो फसे न जो यही चाल, मोहि लियो मो मन मदन गोपाल,
ओ मोहि लियो फसे न जो यही जाल, मोहि लियो मो मन मदन गोपाल,
मोहि लियो
बोलिए
जो यही चाल, मोहि लियो मो मन मदन गोपाल,
ओ मोहि लियो मो मन मदन गोपाल, मोहि लियो मो मन मदन गोपाल,
मोहि लियो मो मन मदन गोपाल, मोहि लियो मो मन मदन गोपाल,
मदन गोपाल की, राज बसंती की। अब कथा सुनिए। As I said, this is from the 5th book. It's significant that today is the Panchami also. ये कथा है, कहते हैं प्रियव्रत भागवत आत्मा राम कथम मुने गृहे रमन तन्मूल कर्मबंधा पराभव न यूयम मुत्संगात नाम तादिशास्त्रम द्विजर्षभ गृहे व्यश्यभिषेक्षोर्थम पुंसाम भवितुमर्हति। अब कथा थोड़ा सुन लीजिए, सुनिए। एक स्वयंभू मनु थे, एक मनु, स्वयंभू मनु। स्वयंभू मनु के पुत्र प्रियाव्रत, प्रियाव्रत के पुत्र आग्निद्र, आग्निद्र के पुत्र नाभि, और नाभि के पुत्र ऋषभ भगवान। इस तरह से this katha, there's a little bit of history before the katha begins. There was a Manu in one kalp, 12 hours of Brahma, there are 14 manus. 14 manvantar, 14 manus. The manu of the age we live in right now is known as Vaivashwata Manu. The very first manu is Swayambhu Manu. Swayambhu Manu, his son was Priyabrata. The son of Priyabrata, Agnidra. The son of Agnid, Nabhi. And the son of Nabhi, Rishab. Rishab is also known as Rishab Bhagwan. Is counted among descension of Bhagwan Shri Krishna. So he's also known as Rishab Dev or Rishab Bhagwan. आज का कथा है प्रियव्रत के बारे में. Today's katha is about Priyabrata. Priyabrata, ये राजा परीक्षित, जब शुकदेव जी ने राजा परीक्षित को बताया कि प्रियव्रत बहुत बड़े भक्त थे भगवान की, बहुत बड़े भक्त, लेकिन स्वयंभू मनु के बाद प्रियव्रत बन गए राजा. पूरा विश्व एक राजा प्रियव्रत, और 1 अरब वर्ष तक राज किया. तो ये सुन के राजा परीक्षित का मन थंका हो गया, उनके बुद्धि, इतना बड़ा भक्त और 1 अरब वर्ष तक राज किया, कैसे हुआ? असंभव. When Shukadev ji Paramhans is relating the katha, first he told the katha of Swayambhu Manu, the father of Priyabrata. Then, after ruling the whole world for a long time, Swayambhu Manu gave the rule of the whole world to Priyabrata, his son Priyabrata. Priyabrata ruled the whole world, one king, the whole world for 1 billion years, 1 Arab. We can't even think. 1 billion years. This is Satyug. Don't apply your mind here. In the age of Satyug, people live for very long time. Millions and millions of years. Not Kalyug. Kalyug, not even, we hear there's 100 years you can live, but how many people live to see 100? 60, you say, Jai Ho Bhagwan. Is an age like that? But in those ages, Bhagwan told Prahlad also. Prahlad ruled the whole world in Satyug for 1 manvantar. The age of 1 Manu, 306,720,000 years. Prahlad. But Priyabrata, longer than his father even. He's a Manu, so Manu would have ruled only for 1 Manvantar. 306,720,000 years. Priyabrata ruled for 1 Arab, 1 billion years. Hearing all of this, and the whole world with all the opulence belonged to him, and hearing that he was a great devotee of Bhagwan Krishna, Parikshit got totally confused. How is this possible that someone who is so devoted, such a great devotee of Bhagwan, he could rejoice, he had children, he got married, 10 sons, he had children, and he lived in a material world which obscures one's vision from Bhagavan. You get lost in that Maya in family life. Once you get into family life, you get attached to wife, you get attached to children, attached to husband, you get abscorbed, your vision gets obscured from Bhagavan. You get lost in that Maya. How did he remain a true devotee, and how can we call a true devotee? तो शुकदेव जी ने जवाब दिया. शुकदेव ने कहा कि देखो, जो भक्त है, जो उसको भक्त कहते, जो भगवान के श्री चरणों में इनका मन लीन है, लीन होते हैं भक्ति में, भक्ति सहित लीन होते हैं, तो ऐसे व्यक्ति को फिर संसार में इसके मन नहीं जा सकते, उनके मन. So now Shukadev ji says, listen, someone whose mind is absorbed with devotion, with love to the lotus feet of Bhagavan, no matter how much opulence, how much world will come in front of him, his mind cannot become attached to the world again. Impossible. He can do everything. He can live in the world. One of the definition of a true saint, a true Mahapurush, God realized, is that he can have contact with all the senses, enjoying all the senses, seeing, hearing, smelling, tasting, touching, every sense organ, and yet be totally detached. Totally detached. Look, let me give an example. Many people cook so many types of seed, beans, red bean, all kinds of bean. You cook it. When this bean or seed has been completely cooked, boiled and cooked, it's become soft that you can eat it. The power for that seed to germinate, to grow again, to sprout, to germinate is destroyed forever. Now no one, no scientist, no matter how much phosphate, nitrate, or whatever they do, can make the seed germinate again. In the same way, once someone has become free from Maya, once he has gone beyond Maya, he's attained God realization, Maya can never affect such a soul again. This is how God and the saints are able to descend. Great, great saints, Tulsidas, Surdas, Meera, Tukaram, Nanak, Gaurang Mahaprabhu, Jagat Gurutam Shri Kripalu Mahaprabhu, great, great saints, Bhagwan, have been able to descend in this world, live among us just like us. They got married, they had children, they had everything. It's very difficult for us to understand. Because, you see, we are under Maya. We are controlled by Maya. So it's impossible for us to understand that someone can perform action of lust and yet have no lust. They can perform action of anger yet have no anger. They can perform action of greed yet have no greed. And that's why we doubt God and the saints. That's why we never benefit. Whenever God has descended in this world, as Ram, Krishna, whenever saints have come in this world, Prahalad, all these great saints we have heard, great, great devotees, we were there. We, Jivatma, individual soul, we are beginningless, eternal. Suparna vetau sadrishau sakhayau yadichayayitau kitanidau cha vrikshe ekasthayo khadati pippalana manyo niranno pibale na bhuyan. Shrimad Bhagavat Mahapuran, 11th canto, 11th chapter, 6th verse. Bhagavan Krishna is saying to Uddhav, just as God, Bhagavan, the Supreme Lord, is unborn, eternal, beginningless, never had a beginning, will never have an end. In the same way, the Jivatma, the individual soul, who we are, never had a beginning, is unborn, eternal, beginningless, never had a beginning, will never have an end. Gita, na jayate mriyate va kadachinayam bhutva bhavitavan bhuyah ajo nityah shashvatuyam purano nahanyate hanyamane sharire. Chapter 2 verse 20 Gita. Shri Krishna says, the Jivatma, the individual soul, remember we are not the body, we are soul, Atma. The Jivatma, the individual soul, never takes birth, nor does it die. Nor having come into existence does it cease to be, because it is unborn, eternal, and most ancient. It is not destroyed, even when the body is destroyed. We, the soul, Atma, doesn't take birth, nor does it die. So uncountable times we have seen Bhagavan. Not one, not twice, uncountable times we have seen Bhagavan. We have seen Bhagwan. We have seen the saints, the great, great saints. Nothing happened. People think, I've seen people say, a lot of people who didn't have the great opportunity to actually have the vision, to see Jagat Guru Tam Shri Kripalu Mahaprabhu. They fell in love with him after he left. And they keep saying, oh, I wish I was there. I would have just loved you and I would have renounced the world. Really? Uncountable time we have met saints. How many people have seen him? How many people renounce the world and fall in love and renounce the world and just attach their heart, their mind to him? Impossible. Very few. Very few. And those who are renounced also not completely. There's still some attachment. We have this feeling because we didn't see that if I saw, we have this ego, this abhiman. If I saw Bhagavan, I would have fallen on unconscious with bliss. Are bhaiya, as I said, we have seen uncountable time. Uncountable. Tulsidas tells us in the Ramayana.
जाते कछु निज स्वार्थ होई तापर ममता कर सब कोई राम श्री राम how we are inside.
Exactly. It gets reflected like a mirror. And we are under Maya. These eyes we have, can we see divinity? What does the eye do? It sees, right? What can the eye see? Material things. Because our eyes are material. It cannot see divine. Bhagavan Krishna says in Gita, Avajananti ma murha manushim tanumāshitam param bhavam ajanantu mama bhuta maheshwaram. Chapter 9, verse 11, Gita. Unaware that I am Bhagavan, God, my divine nature, ignorant human beings, we people in the world, we mistake him for an ordinary human being just like us. Oh, what's the difference? He also goes to sleep, we go to sleep. He eats, we eat. He got married, we get married. He has children. Are, what kind of marriage? People get married in the world, 1, 2, 3. Shri Krishna, 16,108. And with every wife, 10 children. And they also had children. One whole city alone, him. So we get confused. We have in our mind what a saint should be, what Bhagwan should be, what God should be. And when they do not do that, what we think we should know, because they're going to come and behave just like us. So how can God and the saints perform all these actions, yet be free from Maya, untouched by Maya? The lotus flower grows in the mud, and the flower is so beautiful, but is untouched by the mud. So how can it remain, How can God and the saints remain untouched by Maya? Because God has a special power called a Yoga Maya, this Antaranga Shakti, this Swarup Shakti. Another name is Yoga Maya. Not Maya. Maya governs us. Maya is inner, non-conscious. You see this bag? It has no life, non-conscious, right? If I shake it, it'll shake, but by itself can't do anything. Same way Maya. Maya is Jad, inert, non-conscious. But Maya cannot do anything. But this power at God, special power of Bhagwan, is called Yog Maya. Not Maya, Yog Maya. Kartum akartum manyatha kartum samarthaha. That which can make the impossible possible. That is Bhagwan. So when Bhagwan, that's why people get doubt. They read Ramayana, they read Bhagavat, that Shri Krishna did this, Ram did that. Impossible. I cannot do it, so Bhagwan cannot do it also. I give an example, right? So I just mentioned Shri Krishna had 16,108 wives. This is written in Bhagavat, this Katha. So once a person who just started to come to satsang came to me and said, devotees call me Bhaiya. Bhaiya ji, did Shri Krishna get married? I said, yes. Did he get married to 16,108 wives? I said, yes, it's written in Bhagavat. No, you're foolish. You don't understand. I said, what do you mean? Oh, I went to some place and I heard Katha. That person knows. What did I tell you? That this 16,108 wives we hear in the scripture, this is not wives of Shri Krishna. These are nerves in our body. We have 16,108 nerves. I say, hey, Jai, Jai, Bhagavan. So you see, we take our material intellect and because something is impossible for us, we cannot get married. Forget our 16,010 wife. So Bhagavan cannot do it also. Are bhaiya, he's Bhagavan. And these are not wives like in the world. These are all Mahapurush, saints. Who's going to get married to Bhagavan? Mahapurush, saint. These are not ordinary souls. These are the souls who have done bhakti in their past life. That with the desire that I want to be the wife of Shri Krishna. And their desire got fulfilled. Are, forget about this. The entire world. Every soul is a wife of Shri Krishna. Woo! The Vedas say, Pati Patinam. He is the Pati of the whole world. Patinam. Govinda eva purusho brahma dyastriya eva hi. The scripture says there's only one man in the entire universe, Govind. And every other soul that remains, Brahma, Vishnu, Shiv, every soul, they're all three. If you know anything a little bit of Sanskrit or even Hindi, you know the word three means feminine. That every soul is female by nature. Shri Krishna is the husband of the whole world. Pati Patina. Anyhow, I don't want to get you too much confused. So, this is how. Through that power of Yog Maya, Yog plus Maya, Yog Maya, God and the saints, those who have realized God, they can do all the work of Maya. Anger, greed, marriage, lust, everything. Yet, they remain on the inside divine. Always divine, pure. There's no greed, no anger, no jealousy, no hatred, nothing. They don't suffer from hunger, thirst, but they will be seen eating, drinking, everything just like us. Because Yog Maya, they don't have to. But when they come in this world, they behave just like us. Bhagwan, we love Ramayana. Bhagwan came in the world, he got married, he had children also. Love, Kush. Where did the children come from? Did they fall from the sky? Where did Love and Kush come from? From the mother, from the womb of Sita. Garbha se. Then Shri Ram also has lust. You see, it's very difficult for us, impossible, because when we perform the action of lust, we have lust. So it's impossible for us to understand someone who can have beyond lust to perform the action of lust. That is a yoga maya. That's what the meaning of yoga maya is. Not easy to understand. So this is being explained here. That this is how. Because being absorbed in the feet of the Guru, Naraji was the Guru of Priyabrata. The Guru is very important. A soul by itself cannot get close to Bhagavan, cannot practice spirituality. We can do something, we can read books, we can do a lot of things. But to understand what the book is saying, Bhagavad Rasik Rasik ki baate रसिक बिना को समझ सके ना खग जाने खग ही कै भाखा. Tulsidas Ji Maharaj says, just as the bird alone can understand the language of another bird, so too, only one who has attained God realization, or a sick saint who has attained that divine love of Bhagavan, can understand what is written by another saint, one who has attained God. To understand what is written in Ramayana, what is written in Bhagavat, what is written in Gita, you have to be divine. You have to be Tulsidas. You have to become equal to Tulsidas. You have to become Arjun, Vedavyas. Everybody read, everybody thinks they understand. We understand according to our intellect. These are divine words. The scriptures are called Apaurusheya. Apaurusheya means divine. In other words, there's a deeper hidden meaning. On top is saying something, and what it means is something totally different. To understand divine words, we need divine mind, divine intellect. When we read the scriptures with our material intellect, we'll be totally confused. We will think we understand, but we are going to give a material meaning. This is why we go to Guru, the saint, one who has attained God. The Vedas say, Acharyavan Purusho Hi Ved. Go to the saint. Go to one who has attained God. Let him tell you, let him give that knowledge to you, tell you what is written in the scripture. Don't go by yourself. So Priyabrata, being absorbed, attached to the feet of his Guru, Naraji, he attained all the knowledge. He attained the true reality. And so, he's now been asked. The father is saying, my time has finished, Priyabrata. I am now handing over the rule of the entire world to you. Priyabrata said, no, I don't want this. After someone tastes, if someone, look, we think, we do bhakti, we go to Mandir, we do puja, we do all kind of thing, arati. But what is that bliss of God? The day we truly taste that and understand that, everything in the world will become tasteless to you. Jo mohi ram lagate meethe, to shat ras navaras anaras, sab hai jate sab phike. The day you taste even the tiniest drop of true divine love of God, the true bliss of God, even once, even in dream, then nothing in the world will have any attraction for you anymore. You can bring the greatest thing in the entire universe to such a soul. It will become like a firefly. You know, there's something called a firefly, candle fly. In the night you see them blinking all over. In the daytime, do you see them? You can't see them in the day. But in the night you can see them. It will be like the lust of that firefly in the daytime before the noonday sun. You know, the midday sun of the sun in the noonday time, it is the hottest and brightest. And you put that firefly, without the sun even you can't see it in the daytime. Imagine with that sun, how it becomes lustreless. So everything in the world will become. Nothing will have interest again. Priyabrat, he's lost and absorbed in that bliss of the lotus feet of Bhagavan Krishna. He says, Father, Pitaji, ye nahi chahiye, I don't want it. The entire universe, uncountable solar system, uncountable planet Earth, filled with all the luxury and all the wealth. And Priyabrata said, no, मैं नहीं चाहता. तो ये ब्रह्मा ने सुन लिया. और ब्रह्मा ने सोचता हमारे सृष्टि को क्या होगा. अब ये उस समय, ये तो सतयुग है, ये तो कलयुग नहीं है, तो या आजकल पॉलिटिक्स चलते हैं. उस समय ये सब पॉलिटिक्स नहीं था. तो हमारे सृष्टि को क्या कम संभालेंगे. Brahma heard this, that Swayambhu Manu has come to his end, and now Priyabrata is supposed to take over, but he's refusing. So Brahma thought, what's going to happen to my creation? Who is going to take care, uphold this? This is not in the age of Kali Yuga when we have politics and you can elect some prime minister, president. In ancient time, you didn't elect. The son of a king alone became king. Only in that lineage. Nobody else could become king. And now the whole universe. So Brahma got very worried. Brahma नीचे आ गया अपने हंस के ऊपर. और मारीच इत्यादि सप्त ऋषि भी आए. तो जब वहां पहुंच गए, नारद जी ने देखा हमारे पिताजी आ गए. वो भी है, सप्त ऋषि में है और मानस पुत्र है ब्रह्मा का. तो नारद जी अपने पिताजी को देखकर उठ के और भगवान और ब्रह्मा की पूजा किया. प्रियव्रत स्वयंभू मनु भी गए, उनके पूजा इत्यादि सब ने किया. So Narad ji, he saw that Brahma is father. Narad ji is the Manas Putra of Brahma. When Brahma was told to go and create, the first thing he did, he created Babaji's Manas Putra. Sanak Sanandan Sanatan Sanak Kumar, the Sapta Rishis. Narad ji falls in the category of Sapta Rishis, the 7 Rishis, Marich, etc. And so he is called a Manas Putra. Babaji, there was no creation. Bhagwan said, I told you to create, you went and create Babaji. Ye kya karenge? What are they going to do? Creation would not continue. Then Brahma himself became 2. Brahma himself became 2. Swayambhu, Satrupa. The first man, first lady. He himself became 2. So creation now will happen. And then creation started. So Naraji saw his father is there, Brahma. He got up very quickly and is accompanied by the Saptarishis, the sages, etc. He got up. Swayambhu Manu also got up. Priyabrata also to see him, Brahma. And they all did his puja and worship him to the highest. Brahma की पूजा किया. तब ब्रह्मा ने प्रियव्रत से कुछ बातें की. Then Brahma started speaking to Priyabrata. What did he say? We'll hear as we listen to bhajan. So there's something about this bhajan. In this bhajan, which is written by Jagat Gurutam Shri Kripalu Mahaprabhu, a devotee is asking for seva. Nitya seva. He's begging Shri Krishna for seva, to have service. Why should we want seva? Nobody wants to serve anybody. We want to be served by others. We want people to serve us. We want to be the master. But here the devotee is asking for seva. Nitya seva. To always have the service of whom? Bhagwan Shri Krishna, Radha Rani. To have the seva of Guru, who is Radha Krishna personified. He's asking for Nitya seva. And he says, I don't want bhukti mukti. You see, this is what Priyabrata is asking for. Priyabrata is saying, I want seva. Who seva? Radha Krishna. I don't want bhukti mukti. Bhukti means desire for the material world as well as heaven. That is bhukti. All that has been given by his father Swayambhu. Uncountable solar system. I don't want it. I don't want it mukti, even liberation. Badhe bhakti. What do I want? Please let my love for Shri Krishna keep increasing forever. This is all I want. This is all he's asking for. I only want Tohi patita janana hi pyare. You love fallen soul sinners, and I am the greatest sinner. A devotee has to feel like that in the heart. Then the humility can come. Then why are you delaying, my Lord? Why are you not giving me that divine love? If you say if you have to surrender first, then I will, that's my condition. First, completely surrender to me. Maam ekam sharanam braj. Chapter 7, verse 14, Gita. Shri Krishna's condition. First, completely surrender to me. Then I will remove Maya. Then what surrender did Putna do? Putana tried to kill you, and you gave Putna your divine abode. My Lord, a devotee can say that. So, you might think this person is bad, this person is good. My Lord, whether I am good or bad, I am yours. No matter how I am yours. Just think about this in your mind and bestow your grace, your kripa to me. All I want, my Lord, I want to be happy in your happiness. This is what is called prem, bhakti, love. Tat sukha sukhitvam. Teri ichha me ichha. To be happy in the happiness of the beloved. Priyabrata says, I only want to make my beloved Lord happy. I do not want all this thing in the world. This beautiful bhajan describes Priyabrata's condition at this time. नित सेवा मांगू क्षमा श्याम तेरी ना भुक्ति ना ही मुक्ति. Page 9, sorry. Page 9. Please don't take back the books, hold them, because we'll be using them right through. So don't return them as yet. नित सेवा मांगू क्षमा श्याम तेरी ना भुक्ति ना ही मुक्ति मांगू मैं. बोलो.
नित सेवा मांगू क्षमा श्याम तेरी न भुक्ति न ही मुक्ति मांगू मैं.
ओ बाढ़े भक्ति निष्कामित मेरी ना भुक्ति ना ही मुक्ति मांगू मैं. बाढ़े भक्ति निष्कामित
मेरी न भुक्ति न ही मुक्ति मांगू मैं.
तो ही पतित जनन ही प्यारे हैं, हम अगणित पापन वारे हैं.
तो ही पतित जनन ही प्यारे हैं, हम अगणित पापन वारे हैं.
ओ पुनिकत कर एतिक बेरी ना भुक्ति ना ही मुक्ति मांगू मैं.
पुनिकत कर एतिक बेरी न भुक्ति न ही मुक्ति मांगू मैं.
यदि कहा उन लई शरणाई रे, कहूँ कत पूतना गति पाई रे। Everybody, please chant loudly. ओ अब बेर न करू छेरी, न भुक्ति नाही मुक्ति मांगू मैं।
अब बेर न करू छेरी, न भुक्ति नाही मुक्ति मांगू मैं।
नित सेवा मांगू क्षमा क्षम तेरी, न भुक्ति नाही मुक्ति मांगू मैं।
नित सेवा मांगू क्षमा क्षम तेरी, न भुक्ति नाही मुक्ति मांगू मैं।
ये भली है बुरी है जो है तेरी है, तुम भी सोचो सचमुच यह मेरी है।
ये
भली
है बुरी है जो है तेरी है, तुम भी सोचो सचमुच यह मेरी है।
ओ सोचत ही बनी जाए मेरी, न भुक्ति नाही मुक्ति मांगू मैं।
सोचत ही बनी जाए मेरी, न भुक्ति नाही मुक्ति मांगू मैं।
तेरी इच्छा में इच्छा बनाती रहूं, तेरे सुख में ही सुख नित पाती रहूं।
तेरी इच्छा मेरी इच्छा बनाती रहूं, तेरे सुख मेरी सुख नित पाती रहूं।
ओ बस चाह ही है एक मेरी, ना भुक्ति नाही मुक्ति मांगू मैं।
बस चाह ही है एक मेरी, न भुक्ति नाही मुक्ति मांगू मैं।
ओ बिनु हेतु कृपालु कहाते हो, पुण्य क्यों साधन करवाते हो।
बिनु हेतु कृपालु कहाते हो, पुण्य क्यों साधन करवाते हो।
ओ सुन विनय कृपालु जो मेरी, न भुक्ति नाही मुक्ति मांगू मैं।
सुनो विनय कृपालु जो मेरी, न भुक्ति नाही मुक्ति मांगू मैं।
ओ बाढ़े भक्ति निष्काम नित मेरी, न भुक्ति नाही मुक्ति मांगू मैं।
हरि भक्ति निष्काम नित मेरी, न भुक्ति नाही मुक्ति मांगू मैं।
ओ नित सेवा मांगू क्षमा क्षम तेरी, न भुक्ति नाही मुक्ति मांगू मैं।
नित सेवा मांगू क्षमा क्षम तेरी, न भुक्ति नाही मुक्ति मांगू मैं।
बोले वृंदावन बिहारी लाल की जय। तो ब्रह्मा जी वहां आए और ब्रह्मा ने कहा कि हमारे बेटा सुन लो, ये जो मैं कह रहा है सत्य कह रहा हूं, आप भगवान में दोष नहीं लेना चाहिए। देखो मैं शिव ये सब और स्वयंभू मनु, ये आपकी गुरु जी भी नारद जी, ये भगवान के अंदर में रहते हैं। ये सब दास है, हम सब दास है, वो हमारे स्वामी हैं। सुनो ब्रह्मा is saying to Priyabrata, oh Priyabrata, my child, listen to me. I'm going to tell you the truth. I'm the supreme teacher, the first guru. So I'm going to tell you the truth. Myself, Lord Shiv, your father, Swambhu Manu, even your guru, Naraji, we are all subservient. We are all servants of that supreme Lord. He's our master. One should very happily reap the fruits of one's past life. Reap the fruit with a liberated mind. Not worry about what is happening, knowing this is the fruit of my past action. Whether someone is a material soul or has attained God realization, we all have to bear the fruits of our past action. Purva janma kritam karma tad devamiti kathate hitupadesh. The scriptures tell us the action we perform in our past life, out of the free will that God has given to us, that becomes our destiny in the next life. Bhagya. And avashyameva bhoktavyam kritam karma shubha shubham mahabharat. We have to bear the fruits of our good action as well as bad action. Even after God realization, if someone has come in this world and attained God realization, or in the past life he was a material soul and attained God realization, but come back as a saint, as a true guru, to uplift souls in the world, because he was on the Maya before, and so he has prarabdha. There are some actions, the fruits of which he has to bear. Even though he's attained God realization, he has to work out those fruits. A saint has the power to destroy prarabdha, but he doesn't do that. Because if he does it for himself, then he'll have, everybody will say to him, you do it for you, you can do it for me too. So, even though he has the power, because he no longer identifies with the physical body, it doesn't affect him. Whether the body has cancer, whether it has COVID, no matter what. He's beyond the body. He knows, he has attained the knowledge, I am the soul, Atma. He has realized, I am the soul. He's united with Bhagavan now. And so with that infinite bliss is experienced in every moment. No matter what happens to the body, it doesn't affect him. Jnani bhugate jnanate Murak bhugate roy. So, is this like someone is going to sleep and he wakes up from sleep and realizes, oh, that this was a dream. In the dream, somebody is killing you, somebody is beating you. People are even screaming and crying, ah! And then you wake up, oh, it was only a dream. And you don't worry about it. In the same way, the true liberated soul, one who's gone beyond Maya, doesn't worry about what happens in the world now. Whether he's a king, whether he's a pauper, he can be a bhikari, a beggar, it doesn't worry him. On the other hand, if someone has not become free from the world, he's still under the influence of Maya. He's not attained control over the senses, mind and intellect. There are 6 enemies we have. Chhe dushman, Brahma is saying. Who are the 6 enemies? 5 sense organs. Shabd, Sparsh, Roop, Ras, Gandh. We have 5 sense organs. And we have 5 desires according to these 5 sense organs. Desire to see, desire to hear, desire to smell, desire to taste, desire to touch. 5 sense organs. And the mind, including the mind, and all of them are in the mind, they are called 6 dushman, 5 enemies. One has not become free from these 6 enemies. Then there's a big danger. A lot of people, he says, they renounce the home, they renounce family, and they go into forests. I am a sannyasi. Yet they do not have control over the senses, mind, and intellect. That person, the most will happen, will go crazy. He will never get close to God. On the other hand, if someone already has attained detachment from the world, he has his senses, mind, and intellect under control, he has subdued the 6 enemies, then such a person now can go in the forest because he no longer has any attachment. Beautiful example given. Kuranga matanga patanga bringa मीनाहता पंचभिरेव पंच एक प्रमाधि सखतम न हन्यते यसेवते पंचभिरेव पंच. The senses are so powerful. Desires of the 5 senses, 5 desires. A person of uncontrolled senses, the scripture says, cannot control the desire for carnal desires and falls into the greatest darkness. This mantra I just told you, the shlok, it says, the bee, first the moth. There's something called a moth. It gets attracted to the flame, to light. It falls in the flame and dies. The bee succumbs to the desire for sweet smell. It goes in the lotus flower closes and the bee dies. The deer gets attracted to the sound, the flute. The sound of the hunter blows the flute and the deer gets attracted and the hunter kills it. The fish's desire for taste gets caught on the hook and the elephant meets his end trying to attracted to the desire for the she-elephant. These poor innocent creatures, the scriptures are saying, meet their end, die. Just trying to satisfy the desire related to one sense organ, one. Only one. What then shall be the state of people like us who are ravaged and tormented by all the 5 desires? The 5 senses, the desires of the 5 senses. Bhagavan Krishna says in Bhagavat to Uddhav, he says, Jihvai kato mapakarshati karhi tarsha Shishno nyatasta gudaram shravanam kutaschit Grano nyatasta paladukkacha karma shaktir Bhavya sapatnai vageha patim lunanti. 11th canto, 9th chapter, 27 verse, Bhagavat Mahapuran. Shri Krishna says, Uddhav, he compares the 5 desires of the 5 senses to 5 wives of a man. Patni, 5 patni. Just as each wife tries her level best to attract and possess the husband to herself. In the same way, each desire tries to capture the heart to itself, thereby leading to that person's complete ruin and degradation. This is why desire is told to be the greatest disease of the mind. There are many, many diseases: greed, anger, jealousy, hatred, lust, selfishness, all plenty. But the most dangerous one is desire, lust. So, that person will fall. He will not make any progress. But you have become free from the 5 enemies. You cannot grow weak. Only when this has become weak, when a person has practiced in the home. Practice home first. Do sadhana. Go to a true guru, a true saint. Learn. Let him teach you what is sadhana. Don't try to think you can know for yourself. We cannot know for ourselves. We need guru. Guru sees past, present and future. Bhut, Vartaman, Bhavishya. He sees past, present and future. Guru sees uncountable lifetimes in our past. He knows what will happen in the present and he can see the future. He alone knows what seva, what we should do, how we can uplift. We cannot know that. Guru will tell us. And so, then such a person will be able to fight with this Maya, to become free from Maya. When that has become weak by doing sadhana, then that person can go now and go in the forest, renounce himself. You, on the other hand, Priyabrata, you have thoroughly conquered all the 6 enemies, all the 6. By the blessings of your Guru, Naraji. Guru's blessing, Guru Kripa. By the blessing of Naraji, you have attained a supreme love. Supreme love for the lotus feet of the Lord. Your attachment is established. That's why you don't want the rule even. But there's no danger. As instructed, so I am given this instruction. Guru gives Agya Palan. I am the Guru of your Guru. I am the Guru of Narad also. I am your Guru of your Guru. I am given the instruction here that on behalf of your Guru, that you should go and do God's work. Ye hai aapka seva. So Guru tells us, you see, when you meet a true Guru, a true saint, and you take shelter, now Guru will say to you, okay, this, do that. Not what we want. You might think, I am such an educated person, I have a doctorate. Guruji should give me office give me seva to go into office. I am very educated. Some seva just sit behind a desk. And Guruji says, no, go and clean the drain, clean the toilet. And the person may not have any kind of education, go into office. You see, because the one with the doctorate has big abhiman. Ego, his ego is so huge. So Guru has to destroy that ego. Humility, dinata. Humility is the foundation of devotion. Guru alone knows what seva is going to be. We decide, he made him a pracharak, preacher. I can preach better than him. What does Guruji know? Why didn't he make me a pracharak, preacher? My Guru, Jagat Guru Tam Shri Kripalu Mahaprabhu would say, he says, every day I would get hundreds and hundreds of letters from people. Double PhD. I'm a Brahmin, I am this, I am that, I am the next. Please make me a pracharak, one of your preachers. You're making all these people preachers, pracharak. He said, only I know who to make a preacher, who to make a pracharak. Oh, Guru alone knows which seva for which. Don't you decide, okay, this is my seva, I am going to do this. Unless you're given instruction. It's called Agya Palan. Agya Samanasu Sahib Seva. Seva, doing Guru Seva. Doing Seva for Bhagwan. Seva is, the word Bhakti means Seva. Seva means Bhakti. To serve Hari Guru, God and the saint, the true Guru. This is the real Bhakti, real Seva. But Guru is going to tell you, not what we want. So being anointed and appointed by Bhagwan, All impurities have already been cleansed. You should go and rule. So, Priyabrata ne kaha, aapki aagya, Guru aagya. My Guru is saying, Narad ji is shaking his head. Guru is saying, yes, you're telling me you're my Guru of my Guru, then I will do. So, Priyabrata, as I said, 1 Arab, 1 billion, 100 million years, actually the true account, he ruled as emperor for the whole world. Ek baar, just very briefly, the Katha now, Priyabrata saw that the sun is rising and going around the world, but when the sun would, only one half of the world will be lit by the sun, brightly by the sun, and the other half remain dark. That's what the sun does, right? One half of the world is bright, the other half is dark. So it only lights up one half of the world. Seeing that, Priyabrata didn't like that. He thought, why shouldn't the whole world be bright at the same time? And having inhumane power because he was Mahapurush, he had attained God realization. He went and sat on his chariot and went around the world 7 times before Surya Narayan Swami could go around once. Priyabrata went around 7 times. 7 baar. He did parikrama of the world, the earth, 7 times. While he was doing that, the wheel of his chariot divided the earth, the world, into 7 dvipas, 7 sections, and 7 oceans. 7 samudra or 7 dvip. 7 oceans and 7 division. Dvip is called. So I'll just briefly mention this. The dvipas that was created by Priyabrata. So Priyabrata is very famous for dividing the earth into 7 division, 7 continents, 7 division, and 7 oceans. Jambu Dvip, Plaksh Dvip, Shalyamali Dvip, Kush Dvip, Kaunch Dvip, Shak Dvip, and Pushkar Dvip. These are the 7. He divided in also 7 oceans. The 7 oceans were the ocean of salt water, the ocean of sugarcane, the ocean of clarified butter, the ocean of mud, wine, the ocean of milk, the ocean of curd, and the ocean of pure water. All has got mixed. This is the 7 oceans. Such a great achievement. This should not be wondered about. Shukadev ji is saying that one who is surrendered to the lotus feet of Bhagwan can do all of this. This should not be wondered about because his mind is always absorbed. He has conquered all the 6 enemies, the 5 senses as well as the mind. Is not to be wondered about. That even the lowest of the lows, a shopach. Shopach means a chandal, one who eats the flesh of a dog. Kutte ka mas khane wala. If he chants the name of the Lord, his love, he becomes purified of uncountable sins. Then why be amazed that someone can be a devotee of Bhagwan yet rule the entire universe for 1 billion years? You should not be surprised about that. So important is chanting Bhagwan's name, chanting God's name in this age of Kali Yuga especially. We chant the name of Bhagwan. We do a little bit of chanting. Page 16. This beautiful bhajan tells, don't just chant the name. Chant the name of Bhagwan, Radha Rani, Shri Krishna every moment. Every moment chant, but along with chanting, meditate on Bhagwan. Meditate on the form of Radha Rani. A devotee doesn't ask for bhakti. Priyabrata didn't want bhakti, he didn't want mukti. All he wanted was a love for the lotus feet of Bhagwan. This is all Priyabrata wanted. But Guru said, no, this is your seva. So he did seva because Guru instructed. The devotee says, now I have attained you, my Lord. I will never leave you. Whether you love me or you kill me, doesn't matter. I'm not going to leave you. All I ask for, my Lord, is to have your seva. I will not ask you for anything. Bless me that way. Radhe Radhe Shri Radhe Radhe Radhe
Radhe Radhe Shri Radhe Radhe Radhe
O राधे राधे श्री राधे राधे राधे
राधे
Everybody chant loudly.
राधे राधे राधे
ओ गाओ छिन छिन नाम राधे
गाओ छिन छिन नाम राधे
ओ ध्याओ छिन छिन रूप राधे श्री राधे राधे राधे
गाओ छिन छिन रूप राधे श्री राधे राधे राधे
अगति की गति तू ही राधे
गति की गति तू ही राधे
ओ तो ही तजी कित जाऊं राधे श्री राधे राधे राधे
तो ही तज कित जाओ राधे श्री राधे राधे राधे
ओ मांगू भुक्ति ना मुक्ति राधे
मांगो मुक्ति ना मुक्ति राधे
मांगू तव पद प्रेम राधे श्री राधे राधे राधे
मांगो तब पद प्रेम राधे श्री राधे राधे राधे
श्री राधे राधे राधे
श्री राधे राधे राधे
ओ राधे राधे श्री राधे राधे राधे
राधे राधे श्री राधे राधे राधे
अब न छोरू पाछा तेरा राधे
अब न चोरू पाछा तेरा राधे
ओ प्यार करे या मारे मोही राधे श्री राधे राधे राधे
प्यार करे या मारे मोही राधे श्री राधे राधे राधे
अस वरदे मोही राधे अस
वरदे वरदे मोही राधे
तो सो कभू कछु नाही मांगू श्री राधे राधे राधे
तो सुख कछु नाही मांगू श्री राधे राधे राधे
हमरी ओर न हेरो राधे हमरी हो अपनी ओर निहारो मेरी राधे श्री राधे राधे राधे
अपनी ओर निहारो मेरी राधे श्री राधे राधे राधे
श्री राधे राधे राधे
श्री राधे राधे राधे
ओ राधे राधे श्री राधे राधे राधे
राधे राधे श्री राधे राधे राधे
ओ मेरा बल तेरा नाम राधे
मेरा बल तेरा नाम राधे
काऊ दिन आना होगा तो ही राधे श्री राधे राधे राधे
आओ दिन आना होगा तो ही राधे श्री राधे राधे राधे
हो कृपालु कुपूत जगत बहु
हो कृपालु कुपूत जगत बहु
ओ हो कुमाता न जगहू राधे श्री राधे राधे राधे
कुमातन जगहु राधे श्री राधे राधे राधे
श्री राधे राधे राधे
श्री राधे राधे राधे
श्री राधे राधे राधे
श्री राधे राधे राधे
श्री राधे राधे राधे
श्री राधे राधे राधे
ओ श्री राधे राधे राधे
श्री राधे राधे राधे
ओ श्री राधे राधे राधे
श्री राधे राधे राधे
ओ श्री राधे राधे राधे
श्री राधे राधे राधे
ओ राधे राधे श्री राधे राधे राधे
राधे राधे श्री राधे राधे राधे
वो राधा रानी की जय। अब इतने भक्ति प्रियव्रत के हृदय में है भगवान के लिए, तो अब संसार में नहीं रह सकते. Priyabrata's heart is overwhelmed now with love for Bhagavan, that he can no longer, he became totally disgusted with the world. आज्ञा पालन किया, he had followed the instruction of Guru for 1 billion years. Now he says, bas, ab nahi, now is enough. As I told you, Priyabrata had 10 sons, of which the most famous was Aghanidra. Priyabrata, Aghanidra was the next katha in Bhagavat is about Aghanidra, the 6th canto. He's the most famous. Priyabrata handed over the rule to his sons, especially Aghanidra, and renounced the entire world. He looked upon uncountable solar system like a lump of dirt. For a true devotee who has attained a divine love for Bhagavan, it's like somebody bringing huge, forget about Trinidad. Let's suppose in America, the size of America, someone brings that amount of gold and is given to someone, and he's telling them, I'm giving you this. On one side, the entire, so much gold, the whole of America. On the other side, dirt, only dirt. Which one that person is going to take? The gold? So a true devotee. For him, all the luxuries of the whole universe is like a clod, a lump of dirt. That's all. He's totally detached. He says, I can't take it anymore. He divided the entire, everything among the sons. And once again renounced himself, became totally detached, went into the forest, just he can do, just bhakti, left the queen, left everything. सब कुछ छोड़ दिया. क्योंकि जो सुख, जो आनंद भगवान की लीला में मिलते हैं, भगवान के गुणगान में, भगवान के दर्शन में मिलते हैं, वो संसार में नहीं है. Because the happiness one gets in meditating in Bhagwan, when one can reach the stage and actually visualize the lotus feet of Bhagwan, actually see the divine leelas, the pastimes of Bhagwan. And this is what Priyabrata, that's his stage. He's seen the divine leelas. He's now wants to just sit down and contemplate, meditate on the divine leelas, the pastimes. Chant the beautiful name of the Lord. One name alone. One name, Bhagwan is in the name. Naam akari bahudha nija sarva shaktis. God has taken all his power and put in the name. We don't know that. We don't believe that. That's why we were chanting Radhe Radhe just now. If we had the feeling that Radha Rani is sitting in that name Radhe, one Radhe, and we fall unconscious with bliss. Just one Radhe. And we are chanting Radhe Radhe Radhe. Nothing. But a true bhakt, a true devotee, one Radhe, that's it. He said, can't even say they, will fall unconscious with bliss. Shiv Bhagwan says to Parvati, when I hear Ra, when I hear someone saying Ra, I become so happy. Shivji is Ishtadev is Sri Ram. Shivji sits on Mount Kailash, and all he says, no guide, no big mantra. Ram, Ram, Ram. There's no mantra which is more powerful than God's name, because God is sitting in the name. So Shivji said to Parvati, when someone says Ra, I become so happy, thinking they will say Ma. By all means, they may say Ravan. His intention may be different, but I am thinking he'll say Ma. I become so happy, Parvati. Imagine the one who is saying it. How blissful. This is the position of Priyabrata. His heart, realizing in his heart the glory of the pastimes of Bhagavan Krishna. Visualizing the pastime. Visualizing the lotus feet of the Lord, of Radha Rani, Shri Krishna. Priyabrata totally disgusted. He's given up everything now. Seva to kiya, Guru ne agya di. Guru gave the agya, has given, he followed the instruction. You have to follow Guru, what Guru say. Not what you want, but through Guru's grace, he attained the highest ultimate. That every moment now, all he's seen, in every particle of the world, he's seen. Jit dekhu tit sham mai hai, Siya Ram mai sab jag jani, Karahu pranam jori jug pani. Everywhere, in every particle of the world, he's seen his beloved Radharani Shri Krishna. As Hanumanji says, everywhere I see my beloved Sitaram, in every particle of the world. So the devotees see in Jaki rahi bhavana jaisi, Prabhu murati dekhi tin taisi. As I told you, how we are on the inside, exactly we will see on the outside when we meet God or a saint. If we see Bhagwan, we'll see him just like us, with all the faults and defects. That's why we don't benefit, neither by meeting Bhagwan or a saint. When a saint sees in every particle, Bhagwan doesn't have to come in every particle of the world. There's much more we'll hear another time. Bole Vrindavan Bihari Lal ki, Shrimad Sadguru Sarkar ki, Radha Rani ki, Jai Jai Shri Radhe, Jai Jai Shri Radhe, Jai Jai Shri Radhe. Raj. Devotees, I went a little bit more than I wanted to tonight. The katha was a bit long. I normally like to finish around 8:30 katha. Anyhow,